I'm in the bank in Tennessee, and I just picked up my $50 and pennies. Now to go see if there's anything good in them. I am now in Tennessee in my little hotel room, and I've picked up a couple of boxes of halves earlier today. And I've gone to several banks looking for $50, also picking up some pennies and stuff. I was down in Alabama for a little while, picking up some pennies and looking for a few $50. And but I did pick up a roll of $50, and I pulled it out, and I saw that right in the middle. And oh, look what I have found. I was so excited. Let's see here where it's at. Well, where did it go? There it is. It's not silver. I just knew it was. This is from Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I will say it's the first coin I've ever gotten from there. It's 100 something or another, so and I looked it up. It's worth about 27 cents. It's kind of fun finding these, but I sure thought I had some silver. Anyway, I'm going to pop these boxes open, and maybe I have some silver yet. Didn't see anything real obvious there. Let's get, oh, that looks like one of the newer ones. Maybe several of them. Hey folks, I am now back home from Tennessee/Alabama trip. I went to a bunch of banks in Alabama. I don't have any branches down there, at least in the northern part of Alabama I was at, and I was really hoping to get a box of pennies. I got a couple from Tennessee, and I got $10 worth of, I think, random pennies. And a few of other banks, I was only able to pick up brand new ones. I asked for, $5 or $10 worth, and this is what they gave me. And I went to a bunch of them who said, you got to be a member, you got to be a member. I went to one bank that said you have to be a member, and then I went to another branch of the same bank down the road, and they gave me $10 worth, but it was these. So clearly, it's just each individual teller's policy, not the bank's policy. I was a little disappointed. I was expecting most of those banks down there to be a little bit more friendly than they were. But, I get what I get. Anyway, I'm going to go through one of these boxes from Tennessee today. I may go through these. It depends on how long this takes. I went through those two boxes of $50, and I didn't get any silver or anything. I got almost 13 rolls of uncirculated 2021s. I think I got a couple of NIFCs too. And I showed her, this is that Saudi Arabia coin that I got from the individually rolled from a few other banks. I picked up some $50. Anyway, let me get into these pennies from Tennessee, and we're going to see if we do any good. Hope, my goal usually is 3 pounds of copper and 10 wheat pennies. Hopefully we'll get, my little Ziploc bags to start have come in that I'm going to put my 1 pound each of copper in these and start storing them that way. I've still got several pounds from last week that I've got to get bagged up because these just came in yesterday, I think. So enough of the chitter chatter. Let's get started on these pennies. This is my 11th roll. Yeah. And I believe that's a 1945, my first wheat penny. I also have one 2009 memorial. And I would say I'm definitely not in line to get 3 pounds so far. So it's not been real productive yet. Maybe it'll pick up. Hopefully it will, but there's wheat penny number 1. Oh, that looks like wheat penny number 2. How about that? 1956D. If I can get several rolls with 2 per roll, that would be pretty nice. This is my 15th roll that I've searching through, and here is a 1935 wheat penny, number 3. I picked these pennies up in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Number 3. We stayed in Fayetteville. We've got family down there. In an older hotel. We'd stayed there years ago. I won't go into any names. It's, it was older and not upkept. It wasn't dirty or nothing, but oh, look at that, another double roll, 1957. Well, there's 4. That's definitely cool. 4 wheat pennies, 1950. Yeah, 57. That 7 looks mighty short. I'm gonna have to look at that. Maybe there's something wrong with that. Well, this is the next roll, the 16th roll in this box, and there's a 1946D. That's pretty good. I mean, they've picked up pretty cool. Not very good condition there. I'm gonna weigh that one. Zinc. Two rolls left in the first half of the box, and here's wheat penny number 6, 1936, pretty old. 6 wheat pennies there. If you're watching, copper's about the same that it's been here recently. And silver's down about $1. If you keep up with cryptocurrencies, they're way up, really moving up swiftly. Let's weigh that one. Zinc. Whenever I see a 59, I have to look on the back because they found one 59 wheat penny years ago. And maybe I'll get the second. My copper's so far definitely under the 3-pound mark at this pace. But I'm still hoping to get 10 or more wheat pennies. Hopefully at least 2 pounds of copper. I'm pretty sure I'll have that. This is the first roll in the second half, and we have wheat penny number 7, 1955D. Hey, I think I might get my 10 or better. So I've got a question for you. When you're traveling, when you're a passenger traveling, let's put it that way, do you play video games? Do you go through Facebook or, looking through the internet and stuff? Or are you looking at scenery? I'm not saying I never look at my phone, but my favorite part of traveling is the scenery. I love going through little towns and seeing if they've, built up the little downtowns, if they're nice looking, if they've been run down. I love to go over waterways. I'll talk more about it. Hey, the very next roll again, and that's wheat penny number 8, in 1946. Very cool. Well, the wheat pennies are definitely getting better. Copper's still not great. I don't think I'll get 3 pounds. Very cool. Anyway, like I was saying, I like one over the waterways. If it's a creek or something, I like to look at it and see if it's a body of water that I'd fish. I'll say to my wife, that looks fishy. That looks fishy. Man, I like seeing old homes, whether they've been kept up really nice or, even dilapidated homes, imagining, why families used to live there and whatnot. I like going through rock walls where they've dug into a hill to make a road, and you just have the big rock walls, seeing how if they're crumbling or if they're newer. I just enjoy the scenery of traveling. I enjoy it immensely. But I ride with some people who spend their whole time looking at their phone or a video game, and it almost makes me sad, but it's their business, I guess. With about 15 rolls to go, here is Wheat Penny number 9. It's a pretty nice one there. 56D. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Over the years, people ask me in many different circumstances, like, does your wife work? I say, yeah, she works harder than I do, let me tell you. She's a worker. If you mean, does she have a job? No, she doesn't. She's been a homemaker since we've been married, but she's a worker. I believe this was the very next roll, if I recall. And here's Wheat Penny number 10. So we've at least got that. That's cool. 1924. 99 years old. Is that cool? Cool. There's where an asteroid landed on it. Right there. And maybe right there too. Pretty cool. Number 10. I wanted to correct, I just remembered, gosh, years and years ago, I was working for a really small company that just out of the blue went belly up. Oh, another double Wheat Penny roll. Number 11. 56D. Number 11. Very cool. Anyway, for a few months, my wife worked for Hallmark cards, setting up the greeting card section. I think at mostly Dollar General stores. May have been a few other places, but I think it was mostly Dollar General stores. She did that for a few months. I've still got a dozen rolls to go, and here's Wheat Penny number 12. I tell you, the way it started, I didn't think I'd get 10 at all, and now I've got 12 and may get a few more. Very nice. On that, funny, I told you before, I'm always looking for, I used to make an extra buck, and the boss lady where my wife was doing these cards, they would just cram these cards, and you had the cards and then the envelopes that go with them, and they were just getting rid of tons of them. My wife's like, can I have them? She's like, I don't care, just get rid of them. The older ones, they come in and get the new cards in for the new season or whatever, and just dump them, get rid of thousands of them in envelopes. Unreal. And so we took them all. I've still got 10 rows to go, and here's Wheat Penny number 13. So I have to say, that's pretty doggone good. After my wife left that job, we sold so many greeting cards and envelopes. She got probably twice as many envelopes as she got greeting cards. And people was interested, they just buy a bundle of them. Tickled pink to get them. into this roll is number 14, wheat pennies. How cool is that? 51D. Wheat penny 14. Here's Wheatie number 15. 1950D. That's really cool. Years ago, I bought a little bicycle shop off of a fella. This was down in North Carolina. And I didn't know anything about bicycle shops. It was fun anyway. But as I was going through the inventory, this gentleman had at one time sponsored like dirt track racing teams, stuff like that, BMX racing, different things like that. And he was a friend of a fella who managed a Sonic, and so this guy just gave him boxes and boxes and boxes of these coupon cards or peel off coupons for Sonic. You know, stuff like buy one burger, get one free, buy one foot long chili dog, get one free, things like that. And it was designed to sell them these little cards for, I don't know, maybe $1 each, I don't know. And for raising money for to sponsor his teams. And they'd been around for years, these boxes. And they didn't have expiration dates on them. And I had maybe thousands of these old cards. I think I may have one in another room. I'll put a picture of it up here if I find it. But I sold them. I'd bundle them up in little stacks, 10 cards or 25 cards or something, and I'd sell them on eBay. Made a nice chunk of money. I didn't do great with the bike shop because I didn't have much experience, but we sure had fun. One roll to go, and I got my first Canadian coin. It's a copper, the 12-sided variety. One Canadian. At the bike shop, I have one son who's very mechanically inclined, and he just took over the repairs. He did a really good job repairing bikes. He picked it up and learned it real quick. And my other son is more into the gaming and stuff, and there's a game called HeroClix. And so we got registered with HeroClix, and we had official tournaments and stuff. And since we had tables set up for kids to do gaming, they would come in and play Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering and different things like that. And we sold snacks and drinks and stuff like that. It was pretty fun. So every weekend, they'd be up fairly late with their Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments and whatnot. I mean, not Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments, HeroClix tournaments. If the kids had tournaments on the Yu-Gi-Oh!, they did that themselves, but we were official HeroClix facility. Well, I've gone through the box. I've got a nice stack of wheat pennies, and I got one Canadian penny, a handful of, well, not handful, about 5 of the 2009s, several of what I call the gnarly ones. I'll weigh the 82s and then see how much I got. I'm just practically positive I don't have 3 pounds. But we'll see. I think I may just, after I'm finished, I may run through the $10 in pennies I picked up in Alabama and just get it. I'll let you know what I get. Anything really cool, I'll show you. And I'll just add that to the copper afterwards, just so I can get them wrapped up and put in my little pound packages. All right, I'll get this weighed. Well, I got the 15 wheat pennies, and as I suspected, it was not 3 pounds. 2 pounds and 9 ounces of copper, which I will get them bagged up. I think I'll go through those, and I'll tell you what I get. Those last 12 $10 worth of rolls of pennies that I had 1 pound and 1 ounce of copper in it. Had 2 Canadian pennies, and 1 2009. No wheat pennies whatsoever. And so I've got them all bagged up now in my new Ziploc bags. And I found that a box holds pretty much 12 bags. So I guess I'll just make it 12 pounds per box. And here's my first box. Cool beans. And I got a few copper pennies left that didn't make a pound. And that'll start on box 2. So I'll put on here 12 pounds. And I'll start stacking those away. That's it for today. I've still got another box of pennies from Tennessee, another one from Louisville, Kentucky, and another one from Western Kentucky. And I'll try to start getting to those in the next couple of days. See you guys.